The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
You beat the man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the World Heavyweight Champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
It's a shameful thing, lost her head. A careless man who could wind up dead. You wear your sin like it's some kind of prize. Too many lies, too many lies. Oh, these words are true, and I'll make you believe. Yeah, you fight for air and struggle just to breathe. And you wear your cowardice well.
I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I have to say thank you to all my international fans who have subscribed to my Facebook page at HEW Entertainment and followed my show on Twitter recently. Without you guys, this show wouldn't be being heard by as many people as what it is, posting about it on your Facebook pages and tweeting about it on your Twitters. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to dedicate this show to you this week talking about Sheamus. And I think there are a lot of fans, more fans of Sheamus out there than there are ever given credit for. I speak to a lot of them on my Facebook page at HEW Entertainment and people who follow this show on Twitter. It amazes me how many supporters Sheamus has out there. So you guys have got to be incredibly frustrated over how Sheamus is being treated, especially out of all four of the League of Nations members, especially with how he's the voice of the League of Nations. It seems to me like Sheamus was the answer for everything in 2016, and he's been taken out of the main event and replaced by, of all people, Roman Reigns and Triple H at WrestleMania in the main event for the championship, when Sheamus probably should be going into WrestleMania as either a champion or a challenger. Someone please explain to me what happened there. Obviously, it has a lot to do with the pressure on WWE creative shoulders, knowing we have so many wrestlers out on injury. Do we have to review the injury list from last year? Randy Orton, John Cena, Sin Cara, who recently returned, Sting, Seth Rollins, so many serious injuries sidelining all these wrestlers and taking them out of the main events for at least up to 6 months through a year, with Seth Rollins being gone now, what we're looking at till the lateral part of 2016. So it's not going to be until at least the summer we see matches like Triple H and Seth Rollins being derived from everything that happened. Because keep in mind, Seth Rollins has promised after winning Superstar of the Year, when he's returning, he says, the hell with the authority, he's focusing on himself. So obviously he's targeting Triple H. So that leads me to believe that Triple H could be champion until at least the return of Seth Rollins, setting up for Triple H versus Seth Rollins. But even with Seth Rollins gone, you would think that Sheamus would still be in the main event picture, and especially with how Sheamus had so much hype early on here in 2016, being replaced by people like Roman Reigns in the WrestleMania main event. We are just a few mere weeks away from WrestleMania 32, what was supposed to have been the biggest WrestleMania of the previous 31. And the best you have is Triple H versus Roman Reigns. And get this, The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon, and of all things and of all structures, the Hell in a Cell for control of WWE. How ridiculous, how much more out there can WWE Creative be? So this is where you point the finger of blame at WWE Creative. You had four incredible talents making up the League of Nations, the best and notorious faction since the Four Horsemen. And I'm talking about both the original Four Horsemen with Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, and the new Four Horsemen in World Championship Wrestling with the likes of Ric Flair and Dean Malenko. We all remember those notorious factions, even the New World Order, and I think the League of Nations had so much promise because of how notorious they seemed to be, especially early on in 2016. They gave them new entrance music. They repackaged King Barrett and Rusev and gave them a chance, of course, with everything that happened with Rusev and TMZ posting about his engagement to Lana. And then, of course, we saw King Barrett look so ridiculous throughout 2015 when he won the King of the Ring tournament. Everybody making fun of King Barrett. And it's only now more people are taking these wrestlers seriously. So they go from the main event with people like Sheamus as champion and Del Rio as the U.S. champion, really focusing on the U.S. championship in Mex America, all the way to feuding with the social outcasts. Someone please explain that to me, and how wrestling fans have not rioted from the UK. International wrestling fans, you guys have got to start rioting or something, or let your voice be heard on wrestling forums about what's going on here with people like Sheamus, Rusev, and King Barrett. Give me a break. I don't know why. It's beyond me why you guys have not rioted and let your voices be heard. We've got to do something about people like Sheamus and Rusev, who deserve a lot better than what they've gotten and how they are being treated by WWE. If I can steal this notorious quote from Gorilla Monsoon, it is a miscarriage of justice, and one of the smartest and most intelligent things that Stephanie has said in recent weeks is that Sheamus has been undermined and overshadowed in the feud between Roman Reigns and Triple H for long enough. That's why we're seeing Sheamus in matches with Roman Reigns, and how the League of Nations are getting back in the good graces of the authority. Because if you remember back to the Royal Rumble, that was the last time the League of Nations and all four members actually were relevant, because they interfered in the Royal Rumble match after they had previously competed in the Royal Rumble, eliminating Roman Reigns. They, in my opinion, were the reason why Roman Reigns was eliminated before making a triumphant return to only be eliminated by Triple H, who came out at number 30. They were the reason behind that, and in my opinion, that's how they're going to factor in out of WrestleMania, if anything, and make their presence be felt, because they've got to do something at WrestleMania this year. Feuding with the likes of Heath Slater and Bo Dallas is not the way to get the League of Nations over. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, because they are leaving an impression that wrestling fans are talking about and being entertained by, obviously, because they're in a program with the League of Nations. But it's a miscarriage of justice when you have 4 incredible former world champions in a program with a social outcast this close to WrestleMania. And the best you have, again, going back to Roman Reigns and Triple H. It doesn't surprise me that so many wrestling fans are so frustrated over what's happening here and left with more questions than they have answers. It doesn't, come as a surprise to me nor a shock at all, because this has been no strange thing that's happened over the years. We've seen the same